What's going on, guys? Garrett here with the RAS Group, back in another video. Today we're kind of relaunching a video series, which is going to be our Performance on Demand Firearms Review series. We're going to be starting with handgun. Rifle is going to be coming soon, but being that I'm a handgun instructor, it seems appropriate that handgun is where we're going to start. So how this is going to work is we're going to give, every firearm's going to get a quick overview. Ideally a little bit more formal than what I'm going to do today. Today's just going to kind of be a quick this and that about the gun that I'm reviewing. We're going to have a set number of drills that we're going to do. It's going to be the same drills for every firearm to keep it fair and consistent. I'm going to explain the drills in this video. I'm not going to so much do it in future ones, just because I'm trying to keep everything to one video that's a palatable amount, not like a 30-minute long firearm review video. I think that those are great. I'm a nerd. I watch them. However, I know the bulk of people aren't really about it. So as you can see, we have a wide open range we're going to be doing our drills with today. The firearm we're going to be starting with is a classic. That's what I launched the review series with before, but now that it's in a completely new configuration, we're going to do it again. So, my Glock 45. So, quick rundown on this thing is a G45 Gen 5 MOS. I believe that the G45 has only been offered in a Gen 5 variant so far, so makes sense. What have we done to it? So we'll start with the grip. Stippled by Gorilla Gunworks. I believe I have a discount code. Use code RASGroup and save some money. I also have a plug in the back here from Shooting Sports Innovations. Adds a little bit of weight to the grip. I believe weight in the hand is more valuable than weight out towards the end of the muzzle. Personal belief, just in my findings, but you know, to each your own. Next up, we have a Vortex Defender XL on a Arias Manufacturing lowrider plate, Glock extended slide catch. We have a Glock Store extended magazine catch. We have a Timney Alpha trigger with a OEM connector and the silver Timney spring, if you guys are curious about what kind of pull I'm having with my Timney. I've had one issue with it. Other than that, actually been pretty decent, so I can't be too mad at it, I guess. Surefire X300, this is more or less for holster compatibility. Cerakote on the frame was also done by Gorilla Gunworks. Cerakote and window cut up top were done by Vinny over at Monsoon Tactical. I do have a ported barrel that I ran in this for quite a while. I don't really do that so much anymore. And other than that, take a quick look. I believe that's it, guys. So, without further ado, we're going to kick this off with the RAS Performance Cold Start. Essentially, 20, 15, 10, 5 yards. Starting at 20, it's going to be 5 to the A-zone body, working your way in. Once you hit 5 yards, it's going to go 5, 10, 15, all to the A-zone head box, scored in hit factor. I'm excited to get this kicked off. Let's see what we got. Alright guys, so that was I wouldn't say a great performance on my own cold start, but adequate. Passing in my classes for the performance cold start, it's a 5 hit factor. That was a 7.26. Not great, definitely could get much better. Some of the times were pretty slow. I had a couple Charlies that I shouldn't have dropped, is what it is. So now we're going to get into the accelerator drill. This is a fun one. Essentially, you got to target at 7, 15, 25. It's going to be 2 rounds each. Reload coming back the opposite way. I'm going to run it both starting far and starting close to get a good gauge. Let's see what we got. All right. Now this is going to be the MXAD drill from Matt Pranka over at X-Ray Alpha. So it's going to be 6 shots from 5 yards out, transition to that target right off its edge, 2 shots. So let's see how we do. Sorry about the wind, everybody. Just want to make sure. 8 rounds, so you have 6 and then 2. Alright, let's see how we do here. So 36 feet. Alright guys, now we're going to be rolling right into the billet drill standards from Billy Barton over at Spec Train. Essentially a billet drill at 25, 15, and 7 yards, trying to get the best hit factor possible. We're going to score it in the way he does it and hit factor, which I'll explain at the end. But let's do the drill. Alright guys, now we're going to be diving into the Gateway Defense String 1 standards, which is going to be a 6 reload 6 from 7 yards. I have hit the Grandmaster hit factor on this before. I don't know if I'm going to do that today. Honestly, I'd be happy with an A-class run. Let's see how we do. Alright guys, so we just did Gateway Defense String 1, not my best work by any means, but it's what we got today for the performance of this gun. So in all fairness, when I did pass the String 1 standards before, I was using a ported barrel, so maybe there's something to be said about that. Now we're going to do String 2, which is, it's going to be kind of an X pattern transition drill. Pretty fun. We're going to see what we can get on this and hopefully get a decent hit factor. Here we go. Alright guys, so one of the final drills that we're going to be doing today is going to be the Eagle Tactics 5.0 drill. There's 5 positions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rounds at each position. You cannot start at the this position you initially start at, you cannot fire from. So you're going to have to move and then come back to that position at some point in time. There is a mandatory reload somewhere in there. A total of 25 rounds, all to this USPSA cardboard. Hopefully all A-zone. We'll see. And then we're going to hopefully get at least a 5.0 hit factor to pass. So pretty stoked on that. Oh, and it's worth saying, guys, use code, drill is brought to you by Matt Adams over at Eagle Tactics. Use code ET5 or ET10, literally any place. You're going to save money, guaranteed, hands down. Dude has a promo code for everybody, everything. It's pretty impressive. Let's do this shit. Alright guys, final drill, and this is more or less to surely test the ergonomics of the pistol with the mag release and the slide release. Is going to be kind of a complicated one, but at 10 yards it's going to be 3 slide lock reload, 6 slide lock reload, 3. So forcing myself to work through all these, different mag pouches, reload, slide lock, and not able to hit that speed reload. We'll see what happens. Alright. Alright guys, so that concludes the kind of the baseline we're establishing for performance on demand for pistol. I'm going to go through the drills, read off what the hit factors were, and then give what my score is for my gun. I'm kind of going to serve as our baseline, and that will be an average of all the hit factors from all the drills. So let's get into it. So the first one we did was the RAS Performance Cold Start. Overall, we had more Charlies than usual, resulting in a 7.26 hit factor. Time was a little slow, more Charlies than usual. I usually like to see up into the 8s on that, but that's okay. That's what we have today, 7.26. Then we did the accelerator drill. We did it, started close and we started far to give it a fair shake. So the far to close was a 7.95 hit factor. The close to far, we only had 1 Charlie, gave us an 8.26. MXAD, we did 2 runs at it, 16.59 hit factor for the first run and a 13.68 for the second. Second was a little bit slower. Billy Drill Standards was a 9.85 hit factor. We had 1 Charlie, which we dropped back at 25. The total time with penalties would have been a 9.43, which would be a pass for Billy's class. For it to, you know, successfully complete the Billy Drill Standards. Charlies are plus 0.5 seconds. Deltas are a second. Mikes are 5 or 10. If you throw a Mike, you're essentially done. Gateway Defense Standard String 1, 11.91 hit factor. Not great, but it happens. That happens when you present your second bill drill all low and you have 6 Charlies. Gateway Defense Standard String 2, we had a 9.97 hit factor. Transitions were a little slow, is what it is. Eagle Tactics 5.0 drill, we ended up getting a 4.82 hit factor with 23.4 seconds, and we had 6 Charlies. Not really great. My passing run that I did on demand was a 5.08, 5.82 today. I mean, kind of weak. We could definitely clean that up, I think. And then we did what I consider to be my ergonomics drill, or my controls drill of the pistol, which is a test of the mag catch slide release, coming off of slide lock reloads, which is a 3R6 R3, and our total hit factor for that was a 6.84 with all alphas, but in an 8.77. I'd really like to see that closer to a 6 total time standard. That way we'd be closer to a 10 hit factor. But overall, even with all these mistakes that I'm naming off, just going through my own performance, keep in mind, guys, this is all relative to what I can do. This isn't like Grandmaster certifications or anything like that. 9.71 hit factor was the average when it's all said and done for my G45. So honestly, not too mad at that. Those are the scores coming in at 9.71. Obviously, none of it is my best, but that is what we got today. So all future firearms going from here on out are going to be, first we're going to see, did it beat the G45? By how much? And we're going to start finding out, does the gun really make a difference? Right? That's the whole point of this video series. But I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video. I know that it was, you know, probably not my best, but definitely not my worst video I've ever done. Make sure you check out the sponsors: Gorilla Gun Works, Brownells, Winchester Armament, Modern Material, Lux Company Hair Products, Crate Tactical Targets. We have a couple pending that are hopefully going to be announced soon. I'm excited for that. Just want to make sure some things are official first. But other than that, guys, stay safe, stay trained, stay rad. I'll be back with the next one.